G'day everybody, welcome back. It's been quiet for a few days. We've been working on another challenge out at the farm. Way too intense to video because it's irrigation, but we did manage to get Herbie back into the shed and he's due for some love, and we got some treasure, which is going to happen at the same time. Let's have a look. So when we bought Frank and Fergie, we got given an old slasher for free. And the reason it's free is because, well, it's old and made of Titanic leftovers. Have a look at how thick this steel is. That would be, I reckon, 4 mil thick, and it's as solid as mostly. Made in Australia, and I know nothing about it apart from, at this point, it doesn't go round and round. So we're going to have to make our way into it. So take that off, take the cover off, and generally have a look. It is on 4 blocks. It is still attached to the tractor. I'm not touching this part of the tractor for this job, so I'm just going to wash that and that's going to stay there. You'll see we've already got the seat off. Here's a photo. There you go, that's what the seat looked like. So we're going to find a new seat. This is an A414. His name's Herbie, and he's got a head gasket issue. So as you remember, we've had liquid spitting out between the head gasket and between the head and the block. Herbie does blow a lot of smoke anyway, but spitting water out was not required. And the other job while he's in here is this steering column. So I can nearly go a full revolution. I've got one in the shed, and to get that steering box out, you have to take the fuel tank off and the battery tray off. And I'll probably pull this apart and get rid of this. This is probably asbestos. I think it is asbestos. Yes, looking at it over there, it is. So I'll probably just get rid of that. I do have another one in the shed. But the Savo, I'm just going to give it a bath. It's got a little bit of, we've used it to it. It's got oil everywhere. While it's in here, and before everyone freaks out about getting oil in gearboxes and stuff, while it's here, all the liquids are going to fall out and get replaced. Oh, and the other job, hang on, we'll come all the way around. Slowly, slowly. Come all the way around. I need to replace the alternator, which sat here, which has got a little homemade bracket on it. So I'm going to do some digging into that. If I don't need it, I can just I can put a fresh battery in it, leave the battery on a solar panel, which I may yet do, but this looks homemade, but I do have half a tractor in the shed and on my veranda. So I've got plenty of spare parts, and I'm going to try and see if I can get a, not that style of oil filter, just a screw-on job. So anyway, let's give him a bath. And I'm still having camera issues too, so if you see a little bit of highlighted colour in the corners, sorry, I do all this on my phone, and that's what we've got. So let's get the hose going. Okie dokie. So, first pass done. I know I have a fuel leak from the injector pump. It's only minor, fuel's cheap-ish. So I go back to work for 8 days tomorrow. I'm probably going to soak this in truck wash every second day and just give it another bath. But only because it's here and I can. The first job when we come back after work next week will be to crack the top off of this bad boy and have us work out. Well, we're going to crack those ones and those ones and them ones and see what's inside. If this thing's no good and beyond repair, it's going to the dump, although I might keep the gearbox case because it's pretty cool. We'll get the shaft off, probably throw that away because it's forever old, although the clutch may still be good. It's hard to know, but that'll be episode 1. Episode 2 will probably come in after the steering box and make sure I've got the right one. I'm not going to crack the head off until I've got all the parts. I am going to be taking the head with the exhaust manifold and the inlet manifold still on it, which is why the engine crane's here, and we'll get the bonnet off and away we go. I don't want to take the manifold off, and that gives me a bit of time to sort whatever is going on with that. So there we go. Righto, so that's Herbie. We also have to put a ROPS on him before he goes back to the farm because it's all about safety. I can't do it under this roof because it's too low. It's at the farm. It has to come off another tractor which is dead and come into town and get fitted up. Why not rebuild it? Parts. You can't get parts for these in Australia very well, and if you can, they're expensive. I've got half a tractor out of a paddle boat sitting in the shed. I've got a few bits and pieces floating around. He starts, he stops, he runs. Best tractor in the fleet once he runs, but I'm not going to blow an engine up just because I'm old-fashioned. So anyway, thanks for watching. I've got to remember which end of this camera to look at. There we go. Thanks for watching. Tune in. We're going to do this old school piece by piece. We'll do an episode every couple of days if we can. I'm still doing a big irrigation project on the farm. It takes priority, and I still have to order all the parts for this. And who knows what we find when we take the top off of that. So anyway, that's next weekend. See you then. Bye-bye. Okay, for the first time ever, I actually found a 10mm spanner in my shed. And it's the cheap one, so if it broke, getting this out, it wouldn't matter. I don't think we're going to get anything. And we didn't. So we'll put it back in. But the good part is it isn't full of water. I wonder if there's a drain plug. Can't see a drain plug. Can't see a drain plug. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, let me see if I find one for that. That's a bit smaller. Alright. Oh, yeah. Again, not rusty. Happy days. Let's see what comes out of this one. Probably nothing. Hopefully nothing. Maybe nothing. Oh, there's something. No, there's nothing. But pretty happy. Alright, well that's a good sign. Who knows what we're going to find when we take the top off. Tune in next time.